we're back finally to do a lot. It feels like months. Has it been months since we've done a live video, Jess?
It might have been, which is a scary thought because
Oh,
I kind of feel like we need to go live all the time just because it's so fun and everyone loves it.
I'm feeling a bit rusty with these old live videos. Jess, you look like you're in new surroundings today.
I am. I'm dog sitting my manager's dog while she's on holiday. So I have a brand new background.
Does
Oh,
it mean we've got a
lovely.
new member of Team Eurovoxx?
Yeah, we should take
Yeah, of
over.
course.
And hey, Stuart over in Canada.
Hello, how's it going?
You know, I ask you this every time. What time is it over in Canada right now?
Right now it's 3:20. Yeah, something around
In the
that time
afternoon.
in the afternoon. Yes, because it definitely does not. We definitely don't have all that sunlight. I guess you can't really tell that that's light, there's sunlight coming in through there. But yes, it's 3:20 in the afternoon.
Do you know what? It's so the weather is so bad here in London right now. We've
Yeah.
literally had like zero sunlight. It's just been raining, and right now, like everything's just blowing outside my window. Oh, we have to say hi to the guys. Guys, thank you for coming back. We were worried that no one was going to join us tonight because we've been gone a little while. So, hey to Samuel. We've got Oran as well. Hey, Oran. We've got
Hey.
Yusuf. Croatian Euro nerds. Hey to you all. Croatian Euro nerds, you need to tell us where you got your name. You can't
It's a
see our
cool name.
faces.
Oh, that's a
Can you see
problem.
us now? We are showing on live on YouTube, so hopefully you can see us now. Guys, let us know if you can't see us. I'm also watching a stream on YouTube, and I can see us nice and clear. So it'd be useful, guys. You can let us know if you can see us or not. But yeah, we're here to talk about. Oran, you can see us. Thank you so much, Oran. Croatian Euro knows there must be something wrong with your YouTube feed. So maybe if you reload, you'll be able to see us. But yeah, we're here to talk about. It's getting closer and closer, guys. Eurovision 2020.
But
Isn't that
first,
crazy?
Junior Eurovision.
Isn't that
Yes.
crazy? And we've still got so much to find out as well about Europe. We don't even know where it's going to be. But obviously, we know that it's split between Maastricht and Rotterdam. I think Jess, let's talk about host city first
Hmm.
because that announcement is coming up very, very soon.
I know, about a week and a half until we find out which city we're going to be going to. I'm hoping it's going to be Rotterdam, just because it seems like a more suitable city, more kind of bigger and built up compared to Maastricht. But if it is Maastricht, I get to visit a new place, an unknown place.
We really need to work on how we pronounce
Yeah.
these cities. So Twan from Team Eurovox was teaching us Maastricht, I think, but I think it's Dutch, so you need a bit of a.
Yeah, I think it's Maastricht. With I mean, I'm not Dutch, so I can't be the authority on these things. But you know, we do our best.
Well, I don't. I've been thinking. So I remember when we did a video a few weeks ago. I was saying, "Oh, Rotterdam, Rotterdam." I'm actually warming to the idea of Maastricht
Me
now.
too.
Only because they seem to have really put a lot of thought into how they're going to host the contest. And it seems like they've been planning it for some time. Sam Ravenbach, hello to you. You think it's going to be Rotterdam Sam. That's what we're going to call you from now on. And Croatian Euro knows you're saying your name is like a worldwide Eurovision channel. I will need to check that out then. We'll look you up. We'll look you up.
So you're Mr. Worldwide.
Mr. Worldwide.
Hey. And Yusuf, tell us, what is gluttural language?
I think
I have
it's
no
the
idea what it means.
sound.
Oh, okay.
Guttural.
But yeah, I'm warming to Maastricht. It's a place in the Netherlands I've never been. I've never been to Rotterdam either, but it's very easy to get to from London, so I'm sure I can visit it anytime. Stuart, what are you hoping for?
Well, I mean, I would have to say Rotterdam. It seems like the opinion, from what I've seen mostly, is more in favor of Rotterdam than Maastricht. However, I think at the end of the day, it's going to be the same broadcaster putting it on. There's really nothing to suggest that that putting it in one city over the other would make a tremendous difference in terms of the overall show. I don't think. I mean, I know that some people are concerned about what those venues provide. Ahoy Rotterdam definitely seems like it's more well equipped. They've hosted Junior Eurovision before. So it seems to be the more logical choice. But at the end of the day, I mean, I still don't know whether or not I'm going to be there for the show. But for people watching at home, I think it will be good nonetheless.
You'll be there.
I have a feeling. I have a feeling.
So Jess, you were saying we've got what have we got? Like 2 weeks now till we find out. So the 30th. The 30th is the reveal day. So I reckon the decision has been made already, and they're just making us sweat a little bit. I don't know how they're going to announce. I'm assuming that the Eurovision.tv are going to announce it, or the EBU are going to do some announcement, or will it be down to Dutch TV? I don't know.
I mean,
I
I would guess probably they'd work together, the Dutch broadcasters and the EBU, and you'd probably get this big announcement by both of them, maybe.
We just have to say hello to. Oh, I don't know what you mean there, Gareth. I'm just gonna show this, guys. Love it. But hey to you, Gareth Bowen. Hey to the Sansa from, I think, the Sansa. I think you're in Croatia as well. We've got Francesco Marinelli. Hello to you. Thanks so much for joining us. We're just talking about host city at the moment, and we're going to talk about some other details for Eurovision next year. Let us know which host city you want, first of all, guys. We'd love to know whether you're rooting for, whether you're Team Rotterdam or Team Maastricht. Confirmations, Jess. We've had some confirmations of participation come up recently. Tell us who. Can you remember? I know who it is.
Okay, you go first then.
All right, so
I can tell you the ones who haven't confirmed.
Go on.
So we have Monaco, who have said for the 13th year now, 14th year, that they will not be returning, which it's expected, but it's still sad because who doesn't want to go back in the contest? I mean, they were fab. And their last song before they withdrew, Coco Dance, is such a bop. They need to come back again with a Coco Dance Part 2. But yeah, they're just one country that are not coming back. I'm not quite sure why they're not returning though. I think it maybe could be money and also disappointing results in the past as well. Also, yeah, so they're the country that's not coming back. Andorra's not coming back, unfortunately. I know.
I did a reaction to an Andorran song last week, and it was Anonymous. What a great song. That should have qualified.
I reckon 2007 should have had 2 semi-finals. So many good songs missed out that year.
So we're not seeing Andorra and Monaco. That's not really a big surprise, though, is it? I've heard that Estonia and Georgia have confirmed their participation. I mean, it was unlikely that we weren't going to see them, Stuart. They're kind of mainstays now in Eurovision.
Yeah, I suppose. And just in the last few days, I've actually been looking back at some of the previous entries from Georgia, and they're starting to become one of my favorite countries. They got so many, you know, even when it's quirky, it's interesting, and other times the music just blows the competition out of the park. So, I mean, maybe not necessarily in the results, but personally, I definitely feel like Georgia makes a statement at Eurovision, and Estonia at the same time as well. They've had a pretty good qualification record in the last few years. I assume that they'll go back to doing Estilau for their selection. So it's always good to know that they'll be coming back for sure.
Also Liechtenstein apparently aren't debuting, but again, not a surprise. I have to go back to what you're saying about Georgia. For me, Georgia always send like a really good song and then a really weird song, good song, weird song. What did they send last? I can't remember what they sent last year. Jess, help me out.
This year or
last year in Lisbon.
Georgia was represented by Irayo.
Yes.
And
Da, 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 da,
didn't
da.
didn't a guy from have I got this wrong? Didn't a guy from Irio pass away this week?
Oh, really?
No, it was the guy from the Shin and Mariko.
Oh, okay. Sorry, Irio. You're all very alive. I've got that
But
so
one of
wrong.
the
But,
members of Uriah was a backing singer for Otto this year.
Yes, that's
and
right.
Otto was amazing. I wish I had that guy's
Oh,
voice.
Hmm.
Gareth Bowen is saying, Jess, loving your look. You're rocking it tonight.
oh, thank you. I did it just especially for this video.
Oh,
You can
she's
tell where
lying.
I
She
got
looks
it.
like this all the time. And hello to Euroboy in Greece, Yasu Diganis. How are you? So great to have you with us for our first live in a very long time. No one's asked us yet where Clara is, and I can't remember where she is. She's in the airport.
She's at the
Uh-huh.
airport now.
Clara's flying. Maybe she's flying to a city near you. She's literally
Oh.
like she flies all over Europe.
She needs to put up her like touring schedule on Instagram so that people know where to find her.
I'm sure people are following her around on Instagram anyway. Her Instagram followers know more about her than we do. But hey to Clara, we miss you. Mwah. Love you, wish you were here. And to Chris as well and all the other Eurovoxers. Hope to see you all very soon. So we've got 27 confirmed participants so far for Eurovision 2020. I'm pretty sure that Ukraine will be making a comeback. I can't remember if they've confirmed. But it's looking like we will have more participants than we did in Tel Aviv this year. So maybe we'll be up to 40. How many do we have?
41 in Tel Aviv.
41. So maybe we'll have 42. Fingers crossed that Bulgaria might make a return. There was some tweet they did recently as well,
Mhm.
hinting that a decision's not quite been made and there's going to be new owners of the channel. There's going to be a board meeting or something. Francesco Marinelli, did Italy confirm? I literally have no idea because I have no list.
I'm going to say
I-
yes, because I can't imagine why they would just suddenly withdraw.
Mhm.
Yeah, you know what it's like. Sometimes these some countries confirm literally on the night of the previous Eurovision. Some countries just don't like make an official announcement about it, and then they end up on the list. But we've not heard any rumours of anyone withdrawing. So I couldn't imagine a contest without Italy. I'm sure they'll be in it to win it next year as well. If
Oh yeah.
kind of Mahmood is anything to go by. Gareth Bowen, you're saying Ireland? No, Ireland.
Yeah, I think they haven't confirmed yet. Again, there's nothing to suggest that they wouldn't enter the following year. But I looked at the list briefly before coming back, and I remember seeing that Ireland was one that has not yet confirmed.
So Oran has actually got a little bit of information. You heard they were planning on taking a break, Oran, but that was straight after you found out you came last. I can't see Ireland. Ireland have got such a strong pedigree in the contest. Maybe not now, but you know, when you're a country that's won Eurovision like 7 times, I would find it hard to believe that you would withdraw. You've got such a rich history in that contest. Let's just quickly talk about Bulgaria as well, because on Thursday last week, the national broadcaster announced on Twitter that return to Eurovision could still be possible. So there is hope. I would love to see them, but I really, really miss having Bulgaria in this contest. I couldn't believe when they withdrew in the first place because they were doing so well. Like they had Christian Kostov. Stuart helped me out. They had someone else.
Yes, Equinox.
Yeah, and I mean Equinox. Just missed the top 10, but it was a great song, and they did lots of publicity around that entry. And probably one of my favourites from Lisbon. So I was shocked when they withdrew from Tel Aviv, and I would be sad if they weren't to return. If they weren't to return in the Netherlands, it's. I think when they announced it before, it was kind of very final. It was almost like you will never see us again. But now, if they're at least tweeting that it's not been confirmed, it's hopeful. Guys, let us know. Do you want Bulgaria to return? Let's have a look. Samuel, you're asking us who's confirmed. We're so we always say to you guys, we're literally like the most rubbish Eurovision fans because I don't know. We haven't got a list before we've done this video. But we will provide information on our website. You have to go to our website to see the article about what we're talking about tonight. So there's some details on www.eurovoxx.net. A really good article written by Paolo from Team Eurovoxx. So you need to go and check that out. But while we're at it, guys, don't forget to subscribe to the Eurovoxx channel as well. We really need as many subscribers as we can get. You know, we want more subscribers for next year for when we're in the Netherlands for Eurovision. Also, go to our Facebook page, give us a like, tweet us on Twitter, find us on Instagram. Make sure you follow us wherever you can. So, Stuart, I'm going to put you on the spot now. We've also had some news about national selections as well for next year. So, Czech Republic was one of them.
Yeah, so they are returning to a live show, and this is something that we discussed before we went live because I was thinking last year, didn't they have a live program? But the difference was that the songs themselves weren't performed live. They were pre-recorded, and then the public and the juries voted on them after. This year for the 2020 selection, they're going to be performing the songs live, much like you see in other countries. So yeah, I think it certainly seems like a step in the right direction. They performed pretty well in the contest this year rather, and I think it probably makes sense that they want to see these songs perform on stage because what was his name? Lake Malawi did pretty well with the jury votes, but not so well with the televotes. So to have that direct reaction from the audience is probably what they're looking for to see if that makes any difference when it comes to who they choose.
Yeah, I have to say I really love the style of the Czech Republic because they always seem to choose like some alternative songs. They're not going for run of the mill, and people were unsure about how Lake Malawi would do in Tel Aviv, and obviously they did really well with the juries. Not so much with the televotes, which was really sad, but great performance by them. But thinking about the 6 songs that they had in their kind of selection this year, you know, they were very alternative. You wouldn't have any of them down as a Eurovision song.
But somehow they seem to work, which is the good thing.
Yeah, so I'm really excited to see how their national selection, goes this year. I don't think they've said how many songs they're going to have or whether it's just going to be one final. I think there's still some more details to come. But sorry, I'm just reading to see if we do know that. We don't know that information yet. So yeah, that's going to be one that I'm going to pay attention to. Jess.
Yes. How can I help you?
Well, Katarina Dushka was amazing in Tel Aviv, but didn't get the result that we all thought she was going to get. So we have had a bit of news on Greece as well, and there might be changes to how they're selecting their song. And Euroboy, who's watching us at the moment, you might be able to help us with this. Jess, what do we know about Greece?
So from what I understand, Greece will be going back to a national final. Thank you, Euroboy. So yeah, the past 2 years, I think it is 3 years. Sorry, they've gone internal, and they haven't done as well, I think, as they have been expecting to do. So it's no surprise that they've decided to go back to a national final, because from sort of 2004 up until 2011 or 12, I would say those were kind of the glory days for Greece in Eurovision. And it was just top 10 after top 10. And I think they want to try and bring that back. So I think maybe them going back to a national final could do very well for them. Because the last time they had one, they did very well, I think. Maybe, if I remember correctly. Anyway, we're going to have a Greek national final.
I've quite liked their internal selections. I think they've selected some great songs. I'm going to tell you one that I loved, and people never agree with this, is Utopian Land.
have to admit, wasn't so keen on that one.
No one ever is.
No one ever is. You know, I'm really curious about this choice because, you know, as Jess said, this has worked for them in the past. Um, Maybe it works in Greece and doesn't work in other countries because I'm trying to think of the most recent examples, and the only ones that I can think of are Finland, which for the past 2 years has done this kind of format where they choose the artist and then they choose the artist comes with multiple songs and then the public votes on them because that's how this is supposed to work, right?
Yeah, so they'll choose an artist, and then there'll be different songwriters will submit.
Yeah, which to me seems like, as an artist, that must be really challenging because one, it's hard enough to come up with one song that, well, firstly, if your intention is to win or do well, it's certainly difficult to bring a good song to the contest. And then to have to come up with multiple ones. I think what that does sometimes is it forces artists to put all their attention on one song and then throw in a few others and then hope that the public votes for that one. I remember reading something about how Darude and Sebastian Reimann were surprised that the public had chosen Look Away over Superman. I think Superman was the one that they suspected that people would choose, but they didn't. So I don't like. I'm really curious about whether or not this is an effective format.
It must be. I guess what you're saying is true because if you're an artist and you've got 3 or 4 songs, you're going to be really invested in one of them. And if that one doesn't win, are you really behind the song that you're taking?
Mm-hmm.
But we'll see. I mean, I've noticed with Greece, the labels are always very heavily involved, and I think they give a lot of control to the artist as well. Bless you, Jess. So yeah, it'd be interesting to see what selection of songs we get. Yusuf is asking us, do we think they're going to stick with the current voting sequence? So the same way they did it in Tel Aviv?
So I kind of liked it, but at the same time, I didn't like it. And the one thing I didn't like about it was the fact that Norway won the televote, but I had no idea until the whole show had finished that they were the winners of the televote because it wasn't announced. Whereas if they'd been using the old system, of course we would have known. And I think if they were to use the same voting system next year and such a thing happens, I think it would be nice if they acknowledged such and such a country has won the televote and this is your score type thing, rather than just giving the points. That's my only kind of negative against how the system works this year. But otherwise, I thought it was better than in previous years.
I think I agree in the sense that it's definitely nice to recognize winning the televote as an accomplishment. I do think, though, from the production's point of view, it's more of a thing that the Eurovision fans are interested more than the general viewing public. I think the general viewing public just wants to know who wins. So yeah, I mean, I think with every form of presenting the points, you gain something and you lose something. It seems like a lot of people really liked the tension that was felt doing it the way that they did in Tel Aviv. It could perhaps use some tweaking. I know for a fact that they should probably think wisely about who they're pointing the camera at because we got some unfortunate reactions.
Yeah.
At the same time, though, I think that lots of the artists need to practice their gracious loser face a little bit more. But you know, it's an emotional situation, so I don't blame them for being, you know, distraught or anything.
I'm so sorry. I'm being so mean.
I was so lost in my thought that I didn't even see that. Thank you, Euroboy 4.
Oh, I couldn't resist. And I didn't listen to a word you're saying because I was laughing.
I was listening. Don't worry.
But the voting was tense. So I'm going to say I was talking to a friend about it only yesterday, actually, when we were driving home in the car, and I said, you know, I've literally never been so nervous and tense about a voting sequence. But it's a show, and that's what it's all about, isn't it? So I can't see them changing it, Yusuf. Oran is asking, Do we think they should give juries less power because they're out of sync with the public? The only act that they agreed on was Albania, who came 17th in both, which was far too low for Albania. Putting that out there. What do you think?
I agree.
You think they should give less power to the juries?
Yes, I think that they should still continue to have a mix of televote and jury vote, but I think ultimately it should be down to the public who chooses the winner, because they're the fans, they're the people watching at home. And then I kind of feel like if you have someone who wins, like a jury winner of the whole contest, maybe the public are going to be thinking, well, hold on a minute, we didn't want this person to win. We never chose this. It could make people kind of switch off from Eurovision or get a bit disgruntled by it. And I think, really, to quote Molly, power to the people, it should be power to the people. And I think maybe, I'm not quite sure percentage-wise, but have a little bit more say for the televoters, a little bit less for the juries. That would be my ideal contest.
We have to say hi quickly to Guy Ben Haim. Sounds like you're over in Israel. Shalom, Israel, if that's where you are. Anyway, Stuart, sorry, I rudely interrupted.
No, it's okay. Always good to say hello to the people at home. I have to say that I disagree. I'm definitely open to tweaks to the jury system because it's certainly not perfect. And we are still seeing the same things over and over again. We're seeing Greece vote for Cyprus and exchanging their 12 points. And I know a lot of people focus on that quite a bit, but then you also have to remember that apart from the 12 points, there's another 46 or so that go to other countries. And when you focus on that so much, it can't all come down to the favoritism within the juries. But aside from that, in terms of the argument that it should be power to the people, I certainly agree with that. I'm just not sure about altering the percentages because while I've never watched a full show from the 100% televote era, I've seen a number of those songs, and I don't think I would watch that show. That of course isn't to say that it would be like that if it was 60-40 or however you would put it. But to me, even though the jury system is not perfect, I think that at the end of the day, it puts forward some of the best songs in the contest. And I certainly wouldn't dispute with any of the winners that we've had in the last little while, even if they weren't my personal choices. I still think that having that balanced jury system has worked to the benefit of the contest overall. That said, maybe it could change a little bit. I don't know how, but who knows?
I'm going to say I'm with you, Stuart. Actually, it's I think the quality of the songs. I'm sorry, Jess.
I'm outnumbered again.
But I think the quality of the songs since it's been jury and televote, I think totally has changed. I see less of the joke entries. Some people love the joke entries, but yeah, I'm going to say stick with it as it is. And yes, you might get a winning song that doesn't win either of the jury or the televote, but might come close. We've had that for a couple of times now, haven't we? With
twice now. Arcade and 1944.
Yeah, of course. But yeah, great winning songs, and I think it's showing the winner is. I don't know how to explain this in English, but showing, even though it's my language, but showing the winner is top in two fields rather than top in one and bottom in another. That's an all-round winning song, and I think that's what we're trying to find. Mm-hmm. So if it's impressing the juries, if it's also impressing the televotes, then I'm all for that. Gareth Bowen, you love the voting as it is. Yusuf, you're going to make me look like a fool because I don't know how to do this. Is it?
Oh, how do you do it?
You just kind of put your face into your armpit and then stick your other arm out like that.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Is that it? Is that all it is?
You got to do it quickly, but there we go.
Oh dear. Hello to Flavius Gorchea, I'm going to say. Let us know where you're from, Flavius. Would love to know, but thank you for joining. We've also got someone else in the live chat who I've lost. Oh, Guy Ben Haim, we love you too. Thank you so much.
Oh,
Croatian Euro nerds. Oh, I love Hrvatska, Croatia. Always supporting Croatia. I was just going to say I was talking to my friend this week. I was trying to convince them to go to Croatia because they were looking to go on holiday, and it is such a beautiful, beautiful country. Stuart, have you ever been to Croatia?
I have not been to Croatia, but I have a friend who's there right now who was sending me pictures earlier this week, and I'm very jealous because honestly, Eurovision has kindled my interest in the Balkan region overall. And yeah, I would certainly go to Croatia. It's beautiful.
OMG, you really, really, really have to go. Jess, you've not been either.
I've been to Zagreb, but no.
Oh, you have been. Okay. Well, I really want to go. I'd love to go for Dora next year. Go and join Sanya from Team Eurovoxx and go and watch Dora with her. Oh, hello to Monique as well from the Netherlands. The champions of Europe, champions of Eurovision. I just want to sing, "We are the champions." Monique, you must still be on cloud nine, right? Having won Eurovision, what, how many months? 3 months ago?
Yeah.
It's 3 months, isn't it?
Almost, yeah.
Wow.
Oh my gosh. Crazy. Euroboy is confirming that Croatia is a very beautiful country. Oh, Flavius, you're from Romania. Hello to you. I can't remember. All I can say in Buonasera. That's it. And the only thing I can say in Romania is mulțumesc. And I'll probably say that wrong. Yusuf is asking. Oh, actually, Yusuf first. Do you think the BBC will opt for a better selection of songs this year? I hope so.
I hope so, but this is the BBC and Eurovision. Things are never going to change.
Oh, well, they might change. The delegation have been putting effort in. So while we might not have got the songs that we wanted, let's hope for better things. Jess, be positive.
I mean, yes, it's true. In the last couple of years, they have kind of upped their game a little bit by having national finals and having a wider selection of songs and having songwriting camps and everything. It's just the selection of songs that we get for our national final, I don't think is the best. So I'm hoping then going forward, we have a better selection and more songs to choose from that could hopefully get us on the left side of the scoreboard.
Well, I have an idea. Croatian Euro Nerds has written a song for Eurovision. Ooh. How would you feel about sending it to the UK rather than to Croatia? If it's a good one, of course. If it's a good one. One thing I have to say about the UK delegation this year is they were really relaxed and having a lot of fun. And for me, that was really nice to see. And they let Michael be Michael.
That's good.
And I really liked that. They were enjoying themselves, and I think that's what you want to see from a UK delegation. They're really kind of immersing themselves in the experience. Yeah. They're not going with any kind of preconceived ideas or any arrogance, or not based on past results that there's anything to be arrogant about right now. But I really liked how they held themselves in Tel Aviv, and it made me proud to have them as our delegation as well. And it's been a little while, I think, since we've really felt that we had the right delegation for the UK. Hello to England, Portugal, 91. Hello to you. We had a great summer. Thank you very much for asking. How was your summer, England, Portugal? And are you in England or in Portugal? So yeah, we're back doing a live. But keep checking our channel because there'll be lots of videos. If you guys haven't seen, we're doing some reaction videos at the moment. So don't forget to go in the comments and let us know what songs you want us to react to. Monique is asking, do we think it'll be Rotterdam or Maastricht? I'm actually going to say I have a sneaky feeling it might be Maastricht.
I would agree with you on that.
Yeah, I have a feeling about it too. Sorry, we keep doing that thing. But yeah, I agree with you.
it would be a really interesting choice because everyone just kind of assumed it would be in Amsterdam.
Yeah.
As soon as they won, we all thought we were going to Amsterdam, really.
Well, hats off to them for mixing it up because Amsterdam is the obvious choice, but there is a lot more to the country. And I think that perhaps the Netherlands is one of those countries that feels like they only are known for their biggest city. So yeah, I'm certainly happy to taste other flavors. So.
OMG, we've got someone in Peru.
Oh,
Hey, Maria Angelica.
hola,
Or
¿qué tal?
Angelitza. I'm not sure how to say your name. Hello. Lovely for you to join America. America, Stuart, this is your field.
Sorry, I missed that. Can you say that again?
Oh, Stuart, I can't hear you.
You can't hear me? Can
Is
you?
wait, no, I can hear you now.
Okay.
Peru, is that Central America or South America?
That's South America.
South America. So
Yes.
hello,
South
Peru,
America.
South America.
Hola, ¿cómo estás?
Ooh.
Espero que todo vaya bien.
And also, James Lewis, hello to you. Flavius, you're saying you hope your country will be in the final because last 2 years weren't great for you. So yeah, disappointing for Esther. I was going to say Esther Hart. Esther Peony. Jess, she was maybe didn't have a song that stood out really, unfortunately, amongst a great field.
Yeah, I mean, I think she gave a very good performance, and she has proved that she's a very good singer and a very good performer. I just think the song wasn't strong enough compared to the other 40 songs they were up against, which is a shame.
Yeah, I have to say, Stuart, I was a big fan of The Humans from 2018. I loved that song.
Me too.
Yeah, I liked it too. It had this kind of epic stadium rock feel to it that was just different. It's not. I mean, we do see rock bands, usually one or two every year, but I really liked the arrangement, the especially the top line and the chorus. That just it always stood out in my mind, even if I didn't really know the lyrics. Can you still hear me?
I'm going to let you read this one, Stuart.
Okay.
So he's asking me how much time I've been learning Spanish for. More than 3 years now, but I still feel like I'm not that good. But thank you.
Gareth Bowen also mentioned Americans watching Eurovision on Netflix, because that was news a little while ago, wasn't it? That they're going to be putting the Eurovision Song Contest on Netflix for people to watch. I think only in America. Only in the US? Canada as well?
No, we did broadcast the competition this year on not like a super big network, but it's owned by one of the largest media companies, and it's certainly an established network that focuses on multicultural programming. So I think that they would still have the rights to the competition, So I did look for it for myself on Canadian Netflix and didn't find it. And about half from Greece because my grandparents' cousins from Greece, and I just arrived from Greece 2 weeks ago.
Another Canadian in the house.
A Canadian who is in Greece and was represented by a Canadian this year in Eurovision.
Of course. I forgot about that, actually. England, Portugal. You're talking about Portugal going back into the final in the Netherlands. Yes.
Please.
Portugal must be in the final. It was a crime that Conan wasn't in the final this year. We were really shocked about that one, actually, Jess.
Yeah, I mean, I think Conan's song is a work of art. The whole song, the music, the staging, it's like a masterpiece. And I think that there were some songs that qualified that maybe were not as good as Portugal's song, and that maybe the staging or the song or the vocals or the performance maybe wasn't as good as Portugal. And I think maybe Portugal should have taken their place, if I'm being honest with you. Not that I wish anyone to not qualify, but it's a little bit surprising how such a masterpiece from Conan and Joao doesn't qualify. I mean, that's Eurovision for you.
Definitely. No, that's a good summary of it. I was such a big fan of Conan, and when we did our video on the top 3 male vocal performances, he was my number 3. Much love to him and Joao. And I would recommend any Eurovision fan who has not listened to his album Adoro Bolos to give it a listen, because it's really nice. It's all that same kind of really artistic electronic blend of traditional styles. Really, really cool.
I have to say as well, in 2018, I think Portugal came last, didn't they, as the host country, or near to the bottom. And that was, I'm so in love with that song by Claudia Pascual. Claudia. That was another crime. Portugal, I know you won a couple of years ago, but the past couple of years, you've been treated very unfairly, I think. I don't like it. I'm going to sort it out. Oh, hey, 101 mosquitoes. Hello to you.
Welcome.
Thank you so much for joining us for one of our lives. Oh, is it your first time joining us for a live? We'll say hello to Stuart and to Jess, members of Team Eurovoxx. Gareth Bowen, you can't wait to see what Malta send in 2020. And you're also asking, will the stage be high-tech video wall? We're not that far down the line yet. I think we've got a little while to go before we find out about the staging. But it'd be interesting to see. I'm pretty sure it's going to be high-tech in the Netherlands. I don't think they're going to be holding back on anything. Oran wants to know, guys, your biggest crimes of the year, so of this year.
Ooh. I have quite a few. I'm going to say Malta only getting 20 points from the televoters, which was criminal, in my opinion. The UK finishing last. I know we didn't have the best song or the best staging, but I don't think we deserve to finish in last place either. Also, I think it's criminal how low Greece fared in the final. I was actually expecting them to finish top 10 or close to the top 10. So when they were near the bottom, I just thought, that's criminal. Portugal not qualifying, I think was criminal as well. Have I forgotten anything? Probably Macedonia not doing so well in the televote compared to them winning the jury vote, I guess was a little bit criminal, because I think they deserved a higher televote score. And I think that's it for now.
Yeah, you said
Stuart.
2 of mine, which my 2 biggest ones would be Portugal not qualifying and Greece not performing as it did. I mean, the thing is, when it comes to those things, as much as I personally have my own feelings about how things should have been, I try not to focus on that as much as I try and see the reasons for why certain things didn't work out. The biggest mystery to me would probably be Greece, but at the same time, there's still certain things that I can think of in terms of, oh, well, maybe the audience looked at it in that way or whatever. But yeah, I don't know if I have any that I would add. Yeah.
Jess, I can't remember what my biggest crime was. If I told you at any point.
Probably Albania.
Biggest crime.
Yeah, that's another
Albania
good one.
not coming top 10. Yeah. I'm going to say as well, North Macedonia not coming top 5 because I think they should. Portugal not qualifying was a crime for me. Who else didn't qualify that I loved?
I'd like to see Finland finish in last place in the semi-final. Wasn't expecting
Jess, you're
that.
harsh tonight. Oh, you was?
No, I said I wasn't expecting them to finish last.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Yeah, I didn't see that coming either. I mean,
let's have a look.
Oh, go ahead.
No, carry on.
Yeah, I just think that, I mean, I had some doubts as to whether or not it would qualify, but yeah, I was not seeing that it would come last in that semifinal. That was a really big surprise. And I mean, I also wouldn't say whether or not it was deserved, because I don't feel like it was deserved, but it's not up to me. So.
James Lewis is saying Czech Republic televote was a crime. England, Portugal, you're asking where we are. Well, I'm in London.
I'm in London too.
And I'm in Toronto.
Oran, how do we think Armenia can qualify again? Because they had great songs past 2 years and failed to qualify. I think Armenia have been victims of strong fields again. Really, I can't remember Sevak with Cami in Lisbon. Beautiful song. It maybe wasn't stand out enough for such a strong semi-final, because that was the killer semi-final, wasn't it? That no one knew who was going to qualify. And poor old Sabouk as well. Loved her, but yeah, maybe it just wasn't stand out enough.
I mean, I think
Armenia are going to come back and smash it next year.
Yeah, because I mean, their last two songs that have not qualified have been very good songs, and they've been performed very well. I think it's just they haven't been enough compared to the competition.
Yusuf's just saying the right to compete. Yes, that was a big crime. Flavius, Australia was your least favourite country this year. Oh, you better never meet Chris. He loved it. I've never seen Chris get so excited over a performance before. Any other crimes from this year? I'm just trying to think. What will be our crimes for next year?
The UK finishing last.
I know we don't. I appreciate it. No one can really answer that now, but it's amazing to think what we're all going to be moaning about after Eurovision in the Netherlands.
I did
hopefully,
think of another one though.
The UK will do well. We've got our fingers crossed. 101 to know, one, where you got your username from, and two, where you are. The UK deserve to be last. If John Lundvik and Michael Rice swapped songs, the result would have been the same. I couldn't see Michael Rice singing John's song though.
Yeah.
We've got some Australia haters as well. Samuel Bayraktaris, you didn't like Australia. Anyway, Stuart, I interrupted you again.
No, it's okay. Listen, when it came to the UK, the song was pretty weak. I try not to be too blunt about these things, but it has to be said. It was weak, and then the thing is, Michael Rice he's a fantastic singer, and he sang it really well, but he was also kind of hamming it up a bit, like, because sometimes the thing is, when you have a weak song, you're not going to elevate it by doing all sorts of embellishment and stuff. It looks good on your part, but it's not going to bring the score up or anything. I just think that I know a lot of people like to pinpoint this fact that John Lundvik was one of the writers on that song. He wasn't the only one. There were other people involved. But yeah, I don't think that swapping the songs would have resulted in the same thing. I think that song was not strong enough.
I agree.
Mm-hmm. And we've got some Australia fans in the chat as well. Oh, Monique, this is an interesting one. Or another country will join Eurovision 2020. We haven't discussed Kazakhstan, actually, because there is a possibility, Jess.
Yeah. I mean, I, for one, wouldn't be surprised if Kazakhstan did participate in Eurovision, considering they were in junior last year and they're back again for junior Eurovision this year. So I think within the next couple of years, we could see Kazakhstan in Eurovision. And I think also I've read somewhere that possibly Morocco could come back at some point if they were interested. And there are so many countries that could come into the contest that are not sort of geographically in Europe. So I reckon the next sort of 5 to 10 years will be very interesting for Eurovision.
Mm-hmm. Mm. And Monique, you also asked something like this would be. Normally, when they announce, and you normally leave it till last minute. If you think, was Australia the most recent country to join? I mean, that was announced after the official list, I think. Mm-hmm. And we always tend to hear if there is a new country join. Who was before? I can't remember who it was. Maybe one of you guys in the live chat can let us know who is the most recent, apart from Australia. England, Portugal. You're saying Luxembourg. Yes, they should. I agree. It's been too long, Luxembourg.
Me too.
I think that they've said though that it's just not going to happen. I mean, it's interesting because they have a really good winning record, don't they? They have 4, 5, 6
wins, I
wins,
think.
5 wins. Yeah, but from what I've seen, I mean, I don't have anything to cite, but I don't see it happening, which is a shame because wouldn't it be great if we were all there?
Yeah, totally. Guys, it looks like we might be having some connection issues. A few of you are saying in the live chat, so we're probably going to wrap it up now. It might be our internet connections. Thank you so much for joining us. I've been a bit overwhelmed by how many of you have come. I really do appreciate it. As I said before, don't forget to subscribe to the Eurovoxx channel. Give the video a like, share us, go to Facebook, tweet us on Twitter, Instagram. Look at our pictures on there. Jess, didn't you start with your hair on top of your head? What happened?
I did, yeah, but it got a bit uncomfortable, so I took it down.
Me too.
I have that problem all the time with mine. But guys, yeah, love to you all. We'll be back very soon. And guys, soon we find out where we're going for Eurovision, which is very exciting.
Yay.
But Stuart, thank you so much. Jess, and we'll see you all soon, guys.
Take care.
Bye.